So let's begin our service.
Enter, rejoice, and sit down. Enter, rejoice, and sit down. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and sit down.
If you wish to follow along with the service, you can scan the QR code on the screen or go to riverofgrass.org/2023-00S to find the order of service there.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well. Their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And you of the tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They seek the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well. Their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would die. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
Thank you, Gary. Welcome to the beloved community at River of Grass Unitarian Universalist Congregation, both here in person and love streamed on Zoom and Facebook Live. We celebrate all the ways we find to gather our beloved community in body and in spirit as we go and grow and flow the river way. I'm Britt Lundell, and my pronouns are he and him, though if you prefer to use they and them, I won't go all good grammar police on you. You, here in this room, we welcome you. You, on Zoom and Facebook Live, we welcome you. However you made your way among us this morning, we welcome you. Let us pause together as we connect again with one another, with the holy, by any name, and the light of love within us all. While we remained mindful that not everyone can breathe easy, nor find it easy to breathe, let us pause here in the headlong rush of our lives to breathe into our time together. In this congregation, it is our mission to nurture our spirits, love intentionally, and create a just and healthy planet in our enduring in our enduring search for truth, meaning, and faith. What we share here is not an unchanging dogma, but an affirmation that we are called to be agents of love and justice and to build a world where everyone is cherished for who they are.
This morning, as we continue our September theme of renewal, with this morning's blessings for our teachings and our learning, we begin with the wise and daring words of my colleague, the Reverend Gretchen Haley, in her piece entitled On Claiming This Time for Renewal. Though you have been warned and given plenty of explanations and reasons to do otherwise, you have persisted to claim a life of joy and justice and to carve out this time for renewal of your own heart. Despite the din demanding your attention, luring you towards fear and cynicism, you persist with gratitude to this day. For this day, for this life that has been given, and this chance to begin again despite all of the forces of fragmentation, the disappointing ways we fail each other and fail ourselves, the ways we must refuse to let our grief undo us or to let our dreams get lost along the way, in spite of all the evidence we keep showing up at the edge of our own longing. And then we keep going, remembering this duty we have to life in a greater sense, this duty we have to each other, our children and their children, this hope that is also a choice we make, this promise we fight for, to persist in kindness, to persevere in compassion, and prevail in a life that is bound entirely to love. Come, let us open this morning's service together with our choir singing our theme hymn for September, Enter, Rejoice, and Come In. Please rise as you are so moved as we sing together. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
The flaming chalice is a symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition, a beacon of religious liberty shining through generations, now ours to hold high. As we light our chalice together this morning, please give your voice to these words from the poet-philosopher Dag Hammarskjöld. Each morning, we must hold out the chalice of our being to receive, to carry, and to give back. In the light of love, let us renew our covenant as we say together,
Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. El amor es el espíritu de esta congregación y el servicio su ley principal. Esta es nuestra gran promesa, vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad a través del amor y ayudarnos mutuamente.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me.
Whoops.
Come share
A rose with me. It's a rose.
Come share a rose with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
There are some other things that we can do together. What are some other things we can do together that we might know one another's mind? Dance. Come and learn. Play a game. We're going to have 12 verses here in a second. Open boxes. Let's start with learn. Come and learn with me. Come learn and learn with me. Come learn and learn with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter. And we had dance.
Come dance a dance with me. Come dance a dance with me. Come dance a dance with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love
and a rose in the
winter.
Play some games.
Come play some games with me. Come play some games with me. Come play some games with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love
And a rose in the winter time. We've got one more verse here. Because this week we take delivery of our stuff from storage. We haven't seen any of it in how long? More than 3 years. And so it's all arriving at the new place, and we're going to start unpacking it and going, oh, this is beautiful, I missed this, and oh, why did we keep this? So we're going to be unpacking boxes together that we might know one another's mind. Come unpack boxes with me. Come unpack boxes with me. Come unpack boxes with me, that I might know your mind. What's this? And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. You may be seated.
In our community, each week, we share pieces of our lives. This, too, takes a new form for our new normal. We take a moment here with people who love us for exactly who we are, where we are right now. Here in the room, we'll share from the book. If you're in Zoom and would like to share a thought, a prayer, a concern, or joy with us in this moment, write it in the chat, and we will lift them up together. As William James wrote, we are like islands in the sea, separate on the surface but connected in the deep. Let us share a moment of silent reflection, connecting us to all who are in need.
Source of all, called by many names, none of which we can fully know nor understand. We lift all these things, written and unwritten, spoken and unspoken. We ask that our hearts be seen even as we become seers of hearts. We know that in beloved community we are entrusted with both the joys and the sorrows and the gratitudes of our beloveds. We know that our burdens are lighter when shared and our joys are compounded and expanded. We are aware also of the woes of the world and the joys of the world. We take all of this in as part of the life we share. And we lift all these things in the name of all that is holy. Amen, amen, amin, aho, ashe, namaste. Blessed be. And so it is.
We sustain and strengthen this beloved community and its work in our world through the gifts of our time, our skills, our love, and our money. Each Sunday, half of our undesignated offerings go to LifeNet for Families, which provides meals, clothing, and support for those in need here in Broward County. The other half supports our mission and ministry at River of Grass. Ushers, please come forward to receive the offering.
When I was a little kid, not so long ago, I had to learn a lot of stuff I didn't even know. how to dress myself, tie my shoes, how to jump a rope, how to smile for a picture without looking like a dope. But of all the things I learned, my favorite of them all is that little poem hanging on the kindergarten wall. Of all you learn here, remember this the best. Don't hurt each other and clean up your mess. Take a nap every day, wash before you eat, hold hands, stick together, look before you cross the street. Remember the seed in the little paper cup. First the roots grow down, then the plant grows up. It was first, second, third grade, fourth grade too. I had to learn the big things the big kids do. How to add, subtract, and multiply, to read and write and play, how to sit in a little uncomfortable desk for nearly half a day. But of all the things they taught me, of all the great and small, still my favorite is the poem on the kindergarten wall. Of all you learn here, remember this the best. Don't hurt each other and clean up your mess. Take a nap every day, wash before you eat, hold hands, stick together, look before you cross the street. Remember the seed in the little paper cup. First the roots grow down, then the plant grows up. But lately I've been worried as I look around and see an awful lot of grown-ups acting foolish as can be. I know there's lots of things to know I haven't mastered yet. Still it seems it's real important stuff that grown-ups soon forget. I know we'd all be better off if we could just recall that little poem hanging on the kindergarten wall. Of all you learn here, remember this the best. Don't hurt each other and clean up your mess. Take a nap every day, wash before you eat, hold hands, stick together, look before you cross the street. Remember the seed in the little paper cup. First the roots grow down, then the plants grow up. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you for these generous gifts. You can also find several ways to give on the donate page on our website at riverofgrassuu.org or by scanning the QR code on the screen.
Learners, come on up. Or you could stay there and watch from there. Because we don't have a carpet anymore, or currently. So if you don't want to sit on the cold floor, that is okay. Sure. Everybody's welcome. So our wisdom tale today is a little different. We're going to talk about some things that are so essential to have in our backpacks. Oh, if you have a backpack, go get it and bring it back up. So I didn't bring a backpack, but I brought the bag that I usually carry stuff to congregation on Sunday mornings. This is kind of like my backpack. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I keep in my bag to help me do my work. Okay, so of course, I have a laptop because, sometimes we do stuff on the computer and I need to be ready for that. So laptop's in there. Let's see what else is in here. I have my phone just in case a parent needs me. I have a last-minute message to make sure I'm ready for that. All right, what else? Oh, you know what? I brought a mask just in case. You never know these days. Always prepared, right? Some days you might feel like you want to put that on. And what else? Well, wait a minute. You know what? These things are important, and I do use them. I'm not sure they're the most important things that I carry around with me, though. I want to share with you some other things that I carry around with me. So, one of the things that I want to always remember to have with me is justice. Justice. So I have Ruth Bader Ginsburg is with me because she helps me remember that everybody needs to get a chance and have their voices heard. So she's important to have with me. I have, oh, you know what else is really important? It's a big word, pluralism. Pluralism. Plural meaning more than one, right? And guess who helps me with pluralism? Charles Darwin reminds me to use my open mind to learn from others in love, respect, and curiosity. Thanks, Charles. You know what? Interdependence. We've talked about this word a lot. You know who reminds me to think about interdependence? Gandhi. You know why Gandhi does help me with that? Because he reminds me that I'm part of a greater whole, and I need to treat others with care and repair any harm that I might have caused. So I want to make sure that I keep Gandhi close by. He's usually sitting on one of my shelves. Oh, generosity. So Harriet Tubman reminds me to be generous with my time and my energy, to help others with a spirit of gratitude and joy. I want to keep generosity nearby. What else is in my bag here? Oh, equity. So my name tag reminds me to be welcoming and to help everyone feel like they belong, because then people can get to know me and I can get to know other people if they're wearing their tags too. And also there's information on here about me that helps people get to know me better. So name tags, I'm going to put this on. Name tags remind me about equity. What else? Oh, transformation. Transformation is a big word. So my new UU values poster reminds me to be open to learning and changing, because we never stop learning our whole lives. We are always transforming ourselves. Put that here too. Oh, wait, most importantly, just like my values poster reminds me, what's at the center of everything we do? Love. Love is at the center of everything we do. As Unitarian Universalists, we agree to hold close to our hearts all of these values. So love is at the center. Let me put love down here somewhere too. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I don't really bring all of these things with me on Sundays, but they're all living in my head and in my heart, and I try to live out these values because they will help me to do my work, not just because I'm a Unitarian Universalist religious educator, but because I'm a Unitarian Universalist, and I want to behave like this in the world, whether I am in a class learning, because sometimes I do that on Zoom in my office, or if I'm here teaching and learning from you all, because we all learn from each other all the time. So I want to just kind of keep these things close by and not forget about them, right? So, as you pack your backpack, or your gym bag, your lunchbox, or your bag, your purse, your briefcase, with all the tools you need to do your daily work, think about your Unitarian Universalist values and the love that you carry from your River of Grass family. Because sometimes our heads get full and our hearts get heavy. I'm going to give you a blessing tag to put on your backpack, so to help you remember that every day you carry with you blessings from your people. So on one side of the blessing tag, it says, love is at the center of my Unitarian Universalist faith. I think it's helpful to remember that when life gets hard. Breathe. Let's try to find a place of love in whatever is going on. Love for myself, love for others, love for math, I don't know. On the other side of your tag is a little blessing. a blessing that we're going to use to close out our chalice every class this year. This is going to be our new chalice extinguishing words. And Rev Amy is going to help share it with you now. I'm going to do some hand motions that we'll learn in class to go along with this blessing. Then we'll take our backpacks downstairs and we'll attach our tags, okay? And I'll just tell you what the tag says first before we hear Rev Amy. It says, may your mind be open to new learning. Okay? Mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. And may your heart know love and your hands do the work of justice.
May your mind be open to
Do
new
it with me.
learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your heart know love and your hands do the work of justice as you go your way in peace.
All right.
Let us sing our youngins off to class. We love you and bless you and send you on your way. We love you and bless you today and every day. We love you and bless you and send you on your way. We love you and bless you today and every day. I think I need to keep all these characters with me, all these people that remind us of all these things that we need to be remembering as we go into our world each day. And you thought I just brought my stuff for worship. This is my invisible backpack. It is full of all the things I carry around with me all the time. And so do you. So what's in it, you think? Well, let's see. There's a bunch of the same kinds of things that Karen talked to us about in our wisdom story this morning. There's our Unitarian Universalist principles and our promises and those things that are transforming for us even as we speak. There's respect for others, there's kindness, and there's compassion, and there's curiosity, and there's passion for learning, and there's an ear for listening, and there's a heart that tries to stay open and a mind that tries to stay open. And sometimes I have to work very hard for that to happen. And there's also keeping an ear open for truth and for discovery and for the messages of others, and to keep an eye out for beauty in nature and in people, in one another, and also in myself. There's courage too. And sometimes that fills almost the whole bag. And then sometimes it's hiding somewhere way down in the bottom. And don't you know, that's always the time I need it the most. There's lots of music and poetry and wisdom from every age, and all manner of people and all manner of cultures, and travel and art and good food and snacks. And some of those snacks are healthy and some of those snacks are not so much, because, you know, sometimes a person's just got to crunch because murder is wrong. As you might expect, there's too much stuff I haul around in my invisible backpack. Some of it I'd really rather not. Sorrow, anger, regret, scenes that play over and over again in my head as I wish I had done so much better. stuff that got started and never finished, and maybe, just maybe, stuff that I got started and it's never finished, and it's not too late. Stuff I did I'd rather not have done. Stuff that just gets too heavy to carry it one more step. You too? Well, just like the literal baggage we carry, we can pause here and there to assess what's in there and what we can take out and leave. And sometimes what we do is we come into this place, to these people, and that is the safe place to take it out and leave it. Because we promise to be the kind of people where we can bring our mess and work on it together. A safe place where I can tell you who I am and you can tell us who you are as we continue on together, even as we transform. But let me tell you, in that invisible backpack, there is such sustenance for my life. There's the sound of my grandmother's laughter. There's whole passages of Chopin and Mozart and Beethoven under my father's hands as he practiced every morning of our lives. There's my mother singing the old hymn in the garden. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses. And there is her voice every time I went out the door saying, remember who you are. And there is my voice saying the same thing to our kids as they went out the door, remember who you are. And there's our kids' voices very recently talking over family things and what future holds and things we need to think about. And our own kids saying back to me, Mom, remember who you are. So all this food for my spirit is also in that invisible backpack to call on when I need it the most. What's in yours? What's in that repository of whatever it is that you need to carry around? What's in there that doesn't need to be in there anymore? I found stuff from 2016 in the bottom of a briefcase the other day. Wondered why I didn't take it out and leave it then. It certainly doesn't apply now. What's in your backpack? What do you wish were in it? What do you wish you could take out and leave behind once and for all? What might we put in there right here and now in this moment for you to carry away with you today? What can we put in your backpack to help you remember who you are and how beautiful, how essential, how inspiring and inspired you are when you don't remember? This morning, can we give you a portion of bravery? Can we give you some clarity? Can we give you a huge serving of joy? Can we give you abiding kindness? What else do you need? Compassion, love, self-worth, dignity. What can we put in your backpack today? What would you like to see us put in? Hope. All of the above. Oh, by the way, You know, these things that we're going to pile in, love and hope and kindness, they don't weigh anything. It's the sorrows, the regret. Those are the things that weigh us down. Well, to help you remember, I've made you a little congregational life supply kit. Could our ushers come up for us, please? We need music on the reveal. No, it's okay. It's okay, Gary. And there's more if these baskets should become empty. So just take one. They're all the same. They're just in different colored bags, including the poem I'm about to read for you that explains why everything is in there and what its purpose is. Well, I wrote it and I inherited it. There's been many versions. I had a version given to me as a new minister by a senior minister who said, here's a survival kit. It was about 5 verses, and then I expanded it to what we need to have today. So we have shared creation here. Everybody got one? Awesome. Thank you, Gary. So, here we return for another new year in the midst of such change as the world's coming clear. But know this, beloveds, our river still flows. Thanks to your hearts, your minds, your courage, and your soul. There's so much ahead for rebirth and renewal. We're making new maps and gathering fuel. So in this little packet, you'll find some small tokens to help us remember we're never lost, left, nor broken. First is a candle and a match for its light to help keep your spirits with hope burning bright. Why a rubber band, you might want to ask? That's to help us stay flexible, no matter the task. Next is a paper clip, light as a feather, but like you, quite strong at keeping things together. For a quick little treat, there's a package of Smarties, because we know for sure not every day is a party. A bit of colorful string to keep you reminded that we're all still connected in our mission united. So what's with the Velcro? That's so we stick together, no matter the challenge, no matter the weather. Now, the crayon reminds you that life is an art, beautifully made of all the colors you are. And next is a pencil, ready and sharp, for all your ideas shared from head and from heart. And extra erasers essential because mistakes are just life. And sometimes an I'm sorry can bring things aright. Seeds stand for the goodness we'll plant as we go with kindness, compassion, and the beauty we grow. And then there's some chocolate that our days may be sweet, that our souls may be fed each time we meet. And speaking of chocolate, finally, chocolate money. So you know you're a treasure to this river and me. May your mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your heart know strength while your hands do the work of justice as you go your way in peace. Your Congregational Life Supply Kit for the new congregational year 23-24. Beginning with getting our stuff. Let us rise in body or in spirit as we sing together. We laugh, we cry.
We laugh, we cry, we live, we die. We dance, we sing our song. We need to know there's something here to which we can belong. We need to feel the freedom just to have some time alone. But most of all, we need close friends.
Let's move that capo down a couple.
Is everybody singing way, way up here?
You do? Well, we're not going that far down. We're not going that far down. Because, see, when they wrote our hymnals, they charted it out.
We laugh, we cry. No.
They charted it out for soprano, alto, tenor, bass. And to keep the bass from getting down here in the basement, they put the sopranos way up here. But most people don't sing way up here. Most people sing somewhere in here. So we're going to bring it down to the key of community. Here we go. We laugh, we cry, we live, we die. We dance, we sing our song. We need to feel there's something here to which we can belong. We need to feel the freedom just to have some time alone. But most of all, we need close friends we can call our very own. And we believe in life and in the strength of love. And we have found the need to be together. We have our hearts to give. We have our thoughts to receive. And we believe that sharing is an answer. A child is born among us and we feel a special glow. We see time's endless journey as we watch the baby grow. We thrill to hear imagination freely running wild. We dedicate our hearts and minds to the spirit of this child. And we believe in life and in the strength of love. And we have found the time to be together. And we have the grace to give. We have our gods to receive. And we believe that sharing is an answer. We seek elusive answers to the questions of this life. We seek to put an end to all the waste of human strife. We search for truth, equality, and blessed peace of mind. And then we come together here to make sense of what we find. And we believe in life and in the strength be seated as we consider some announcements for the life of this community. There are so many ways that we live our Unitarian Universalism beyond this hour together.
At River of Grass, we offer many ways to live our Unitarian Universalist faith in action. You'll find them in our weekly email, our Facebook page, and website, riverofgrassuu.org. Here are some upcoming opportunities to fulfill the mission and vision of this congregation and other announcements for the life of this beloved community. Registration is open for our new year of faith development for our children and youth. Capture the link on the screen or see the link in the weekly email or website. Reach out to our Faith Development Director, Ms. Karen, during coffee hour for more information. Today, in our small group for kids downstairs, we're exploring what it means to be truly welcoming by practicing some welcoming words and helping each other feel like we all belong. Classes will run until noon. Let's march the River Way. Join the Climate Crisis March next Sunday. We will assemble at the Federal Courthouse at 300 East Broward Boulevard at 4 p.m. and march around downtown Fort Lauderdale. This march to end fossil fuels is organized around the world by Fridays for Future. Fridays, the number 4, Future, the student-led climate activist group started by Greta Thunberg. Steve will bring signs. For more information, contact Steve Jens Rockow at ssjgt@riverofgrassuu.org. I was also handed an announcement just this morning. It has to do with the Broward Folk Club concert, Songs in the Chapel, featuring Brian Smalley at Temple Beth El of Hollywood today at 4 p.m. That's the Temple Beth El is at 1351 South 14th Avenue in Hollywood, Florida. Tickets are available on their website, templebethelhollywood.org, or for more information, check out browardfolkclub.com. There is also an event posted on Facebook called Broward Folk Club Presents Brian Smalley Live at Temple Beth El in Hollywood, Florida. And I believe Rabbeinu has an announcement.
Well, as you heard us talk about earlier, this is the week that we get our stuff out of storage. So we're going to be taking delivery towards the end of this week, and then we're going to start sorting stuff out. And we will be asking for some volunteers. We'll be asking for some folks to help us begin to unpack and look at what this stuff is and decide what we do with it, what we need, what we don't need, what can serve elsewhere. So watch your email, watch your phone. You will be getting messages about how this is going to be organized and how we're going to do it. So we will do an initial sort when the stuff comes off the truck, and then we'll have a better idea of what needs to happen next to start sorting through everything. The build out isn't done in the new place yet, so we're taking advantage of this time to go through all our stuff, get it all out of the really expensive storage space, and come to terms with some of it and what needs to happen with it. It will benefit somebody all the way around, no matter what we do. So keep an eye out for messages about that to organize and find out how you will be able to help. It's kind of quite a thing to be reunited with your stuff after 3 years. It's really kind of big. We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this for a while. So that's happening this week. The other thing that's happening is next Sunday is our Water In Gathering, our annual fall Water In Gathering, where we gather in the waters from our travels, from our transformations, from those things that we have learned since the close of the last congregational year as we move into this one. So be sure to bring some water. It can be water that you did pick up while you were traveling, or it can be water that is symbolic of something that you've been thinking about, something you've accomplished, something you came through, something you endured, something you're celebrating. So be sure to bring water, because what we do is we mingle our waters together, symbolizing that once we have come together in peace, in love, in compassion, and in kindness, we are never, ever separate from one another again. We become part of one another forever. So that's next Sunday. So be sure to bring your water, and the kids will be helping us with that ceremony as well. The kids are youngins. All of the beautiful life that carries on, that we have helped to plant and now help to grow.
It'll be a surprise for everyone but Kat Holland. And that is that after 9 years of hosting a meditation group in Aikido of South Florida's dojo, we had our last in-person sit there, and I'm moving it here. We'll be meeting at 8:30 in the morning under the Cheeky Hut. I'll be providing a very powerful fan to cool us off and keep mosquitoes away. And then I intend to move it into the new space at the same time. So it'll be 8:30 Sunday morning, and we'll be done by 9:30. So we can move right into this space, and hope to see you here. And I'll write up a publication for the website. So how's that sound?
That's what a wonderful way to start a Sunday morning, is to get in a meditative state of mind before we come in here, get our hearts and minds opened and ready. We extinguish this chalice, but not the fire that burns within, not the warmth of community, not the light that calls us on. Live flames soon. Real candles soon. The power of the elements with us again soon. As we depart this place, let us hold before our eyes the visions of a world transformed, and dare to transform ourselves to make it so. Until we meet again, shine on.